Hello Man United fans. You are welcome to the home of Manchester United Daily News. Manchester United midfielder Casemiro to captain Brazil. Manchester United midfielder Casemiro will lead Brazil as captain in their international friendly versus Morocco. After 9 hugely successful years with Real Madrid, where he won 5 Champions League medals and the La Liga title on 3 occasions, Casemiro touched down in the Premier League for an initial £60 million from Madrid last summer and has been imperious for the Old Trafford Giants in central midfield. Shoring up long-standing concerns in the engine room, Casemiro has totted up 38 appearances for United in all competitions and helped the club end their 6-year trophy hoodoo in the Carabao Cup showpiece against Newcastle United at Wembley last month. He is currently serving a 4-game domestic ban. However, along with his United teammates, Casemiro finds himself away on international duty right now, and he will captain the Zilliacus when they get down to business against World Cup surprise package Morocco on Saturday night in the African city of Tangier. Regular skipper Thiago Silva, from Chelsea, did not join up with Brazil due to a knee injury, and Casemiro has been named as his replacement by interim manager Ramon Menezes. Speaking about that decision, Casemiro said, "There are several ways of thinking about leadership. We had Thiago Silva as captain in the World Cup, but, on my part, I feel prepared. I prepared myself for this and I'm thankful for the trust. If it's another captain, no problem, because I know I am one of the leaders and I have complete freedom to speak as a captain before the group." Casemiro, who will win his 70th cap on Saturday night, could be joined in the Brazil lineup by Alex Telles and Antony. Fred was omitted from the squad. Manchester United defender Tyrell Malaysia explains how Marcus Rashford helps him on pitch. Tyrell Malaysia believes he and Marcus Rashford give each other energy down the left-hand side, as the Dutchman detailed his relationship with the striker and fellow left-back Luke Shaw. Malaysia joined United from Feyenoord in a deal worth £14.7 million last summer, becoming the first signing of Erik ten Hag's spell in charge of the club. The 23-year-old has largely played a supporting role to the experienced Shaw, but has still racked up 24 starts from 30 overall appearances. The youngster has impressed when called upon, at times with Shaw moved to centre-back, and has quickly developed a strong relationship with Rashford down the left, his energy on the overlap opening up spaces for the informed forward to work his magic. "We give each other energy, we speak a lot with each other, and, in the dressing room, we sit next to each other," Malaysia told MUTV of Rashford. "We have a good connection, that's important, and you can see it on the pitch." And on his relationship with Shaw, the Dutchman said, "It's the same as with Marcus, we have a good connection and we talk a lot with each other. He has been here quite a while and he knows how everything works on the pitch and with the club. If I have questions, I can always ask him and he helps me." That left side has been pivotal to United's success this season, with their form since returning from the World Cup handing ten Hag's side a Carabao Cup trophy and a place in the latter stages of 2 more major competitions. The Reds face Sevilla in their Europa League quarterfinal before an FA Cup semi-final clash against Brighton at Wembley. It's been a strong debut season in England for Malaysia, but the defender is keen to build on early successes and remains ambitious with his goals for the run-in. "We have a good team, with good qualities, but we have to be focused and keep improving," he added. "Everything is possible." Why Andy Cole believes Manchester United should sign Victor Osimhen instead of Harry Kane. Former striker Andy Cole believes Manchester United should ditch their interest in Tottenham Hotspur star Harry Kane and focus on signing Napoli striker Victor Osimhen instead. United, who will resume their Premier League campaign after the international break with a trip to St James's Park to face Newcastle United on April 2, are going to prioritise the addition of a new goal-getter ahead of next season. The club recognises that it needs an elite-level centre-forward to continue their development under Erik ten Hag, and Kane and Osimhen have been identified as leading options. Kane is out of contract at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in June 2024, meaning this summer could represent a golden opportunity for United to try and tempt Spurs into a sale. The striker, who became England's all-time leading goalscorer after netting his 54th goal for the Three Lions in Thursday night's 2-1 win over Italy, is one of the best forwards in the world, and his record in front of goal, particularly in the Premier League, is very impressive. However, Cole, who spent 6 years at United between 1995 and 2001, believes Osimhen would be a better option, pointing to him being significantly younger than Kane. The Nigerian, who is 24, has scored 25 goals for Napoli this season, and many believe he could replicate similar numbers and improve year on year if he was to join the Reds. Kane is 30 years old next season, and Osimhen is currently 24 years old, and he's already done a lot at his age too, Cole said. Italian football is difficult, but there will be no doubts that he can adapt to the Premier League. If Manchester United want to pay £100 million for a 24-year-old or a 30-year-old, you have to look at it in the long term. The only value Manchester United can get from Kane is if he can win them the Premier League. Meanwhile, Osimhen is near the same age as Erling Haaland, and look what he's doing at the moment. If Haaland stays at Manchester City for another 4 years, he'll still be worth £100 million or more, so it depends on what Manchester United are looking for. Sunderland manager gives 2 reasons why Ahmed can progress to Manchester United first team. Sunderland boss Tony Mowbray believes Ahmed's ability on the ball and mentality should help him progress at Manchester United. Ahmed, 20, signed for United for a fee of £19 million, rising to £37 million in October 2020. Club figures hoped they were signing a talented winger for the future, and after joining Championship club Sunderland on loan in August, Ahmed has shown clear signs of potential with a string of impressive performances. After taking some time to settle in the North East, Ahmed won the Player of the Month award in the Championship for December, and he's contributed a total of 9 goals and 2 assists in 20 league starts for Sunderland this season. Mowbray was asked for his thoughts on Ahmed this week, and he spoke highly about his ability when dribbling with the ball. "I think my first game was against Rotherham at home, and I didn't see him beforehand," Mowbray told MUTV. "We picked the team, but we'd only had 1 day's training, and I think he got introduced to the crowd at halftime in that game. After a few weeks, I think all the coaching staff could see the talent, I'm going to say the brilliance he has with the ball. The ball seems so easy to him, on his left foot, but he needed to build his own confidence levels up, I think, to the point where, maybe 8 weeks ago, he was scoring almost every game. I think he goes through one spell of 5 in 6 games, something like that. A wonderful talent, but, as you say, he's quite a shy kid who never puts himself really forward. He never peeps up and says, 'Why didn't you do this? Why aren't I getting the ball here? I should be getting it more.' I just tell the team really to try to get it to Ahmed. Work the ball to Ahmed. Work it to Patrick Roberts. Work it to Jack Clark, to the talent in the team. Generally, they make the right decision with the ball, and we're all delighted with Ahmed and his progress." Mowbray heaped further praise on Ahmed by describing him as a maestro with the ball, which he considers his greatest strength. "We're delighted he's here. I hope he's progressing. I hope Manchester United see the development of him, just playing football. I know Gary Pallister very well, and I sit with Pally sometimes and we have a coffee," he added. "And whether he can integrate and become part of what they want to do, because they shouldn't fear he is going to lose the ball too often or give the ball away or make bad decisions. At this level, he is a maestro with the ball. It feels for me, at United, he would integrate with those high-quality footballers and they wouldn't have any problem lending him the ball, as you might say in football, as sometimes you give the ball to somebody knowing he'll give it to you back or slip you in to score. The ball is not a problem for him, whatever he does with it." Luke Shaw dumbfounded after 2 yellows within 60 seconds. Luke Shaw was sent off and left dumbfounded after picking up 2 yellow cards within 60 seconds during England's 2-1 win over Italy. With 13 minutes left on the clock of the Euro 2024 qualifier clash, Shaw was booked for time wasting as the 3 Lions clung on to their narrow lead. Then the Manchester United defender picked up another yellow when he lunged in to stop an Italy attack under a minute later. His desperate challenge left the ref with no choice but to give the 27-year-old his marching orders, with full time edging closer. England were down to 10 men, and in an effort to preserve the win, Gareth Southgate hauled off midfielder Phil Foden, who was replaced by Kieran Trippier. Shortly after, Southgate decided to take off Bukayo Saka and Jude Bellingham for Conor Gallagher and Reece James. And his cautious substitutions paid off as the 3 Lions held on to gain a vital 3 points over their fierce rivals in Group C. Shaw's red means he'll miss England's next qualifier against war-torn Ukraine on Sunday. But Man United fans didn't mind, as he'll be fresh for the Red Devils' next batch of games as they chase the FA Cup, Europa League and a Champions League spot. One fan quipped, "England win. Shaw red card. Another player getting some rest. Happy days for at Man United LOL." And another mused, "Luke Shaw got a red card to rest for 2 weeks. Ten Hag must be so proud." A third amused party added, Luke Shaw got a red card so that he could come back to United faster. A fourth chimed in, Luke Shaw getting red card to get an extra week rest, my left back. Thomas Zilliacus makes offer to rival bidders after submitting Manchester United takeover bid. Finnish businessman Thomas Zilliacus has admitted that he would welcome a joint bid from any other interested party after submitting an offer to buy Manchester United. The Finn, who has previously been the chairman of Finnish side HJK Helsinki, announced on Thursday that he had tabled a unique offer to try and complete a takeover of the club, saying that he would buy half of United and allow the supporters to buy the other half. He submitted his offer through 21st Century Capital, who are an investment firm owned by his holding company. His bid comes via supporter involvement, allowing them to buy a stake in the club and have an equal say via an app. Zilliacus emerged as a late contender in the bidding race, even though British billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who submitted a second and improved offer on Thursday evening, and Qatari banker Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani were granted extensions beyond Wednesday's 9 p.m. deadline set by the Rain Group. Having confirmed that he had entered the bidding race, the Finn has now admitted that he would be happy to join forces with a rival bidder to put together a joint bid to try and complete a takeover, but warned he will not go to crazy levels to buy the Reds. We do have the financing, and the Glazers know very well that the world is not flush with money. There is an awful lot of money around that is looking for interest in investment opportunities with good returns, Zilliacus said. I think this can be one of those. So to finance the bid, frankly, I do not see that as a big obstacle. I think that is something that is already available. Like I have said, we have financing available for whatever is required. But as I have also said, we are not going to go to crazy levels. One thing which I may want to add is that, from what I have been reading, there are about 5 other bidders also interested in the club. We would be happy to talk with the other bidders and join forces with one or many of those, if they feel the same way as we do about involving the fans, about bringing these values to the forefront of what Manchester United is all about. If we think the same way, we have no problem at all. Look, from our perspective, yes, we want to make money out of this, but it is not about us specifically owning a majority. It is about people who think the same way owning the club and bringing it forward in the way that the club, in my view, should be brought forward. Issuing a message to United supporters, Zilliacus added, I would like to say to the fans that we want you guys to be involved in deciding the club's future, where it is going, how it is going, and what is happening at the club, just like many other clubs in Europe are being run, so that the fans do have a say. We want the Manchester United fans, and not only the ones sitting in Manchester, but also around the world, to have that opportunity. That is my message to the fans. Therefore, I hope that they will also publicly voice their support for our bid. This is the roundup of today's news. Here, you get the latest news on Manchester United. If you are new here, consider subscribing. Please, share the video to other Manchester United fans. Thank you for watching.